Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and I got a few topics to go over today. We'll see how many of them I actually get done. But I did a video called, what is your breaking point in comics? And it's a great video, and I suggest, everyone go and check it out and reply to me in the comments. But speaking of the comments, I did get this one comment I want to go over a little bit. Please, dude, talk about Koffee comics more at some point. Go over some of the insane takes he has on comic making, how women belong in the kitchen and servants' roles in comics, homophobia, and just the overall insane negativity towards everything and everyone. Something like that is allowed to have a YouTube channel is insane. So, I'm going to talk about why I don't talk a lot about Koffee comics, why I did talk about Koffee comics initially, and what I hope to see from Koffee comics in the future. But before that, let's get a word from our sponsor. If you guessed it, and you said, I bet you any money LP is the sponsor of his own video, you would be 100% correct. I am. We are currently crowdfunding Nyobi Penguina #1, the crossover campaign. With 20 days left to go, we're at 178 backers. We have raised 7,356 Canadian dollars, which is about $1.52 US. Maybe enough to get me a cup of coffee. Help me get lunch at McDonald's by, pledging to this campaign. Pick one out of 6 great covers we got to choose from. It is a 30-page book where Nyobi teams up with her good friend Penguina to go on an epic classic superhero adventure. It's a book you don't want to miss. Oh wow, what a great sponsor, man. We're so lucky to have Nyobi Penguina sponsoring our YouTube channel and our videos. Please, everyone, go check out that campaign. Now, let's talk about my good friend, Koffee Comics. Why don't I talk about him more often? Because he's really not relevant in the overall zeitgeist, right? I don't know if there's any other polite way to say that. But the fact of the matter is Koffee Comics is small fish in a large ocean. He's a minnow swimming with sharks, right? The whole reason why I made a couple of videos on him in the first place was because he was waging personal attacks against a friend of mine for over 8 years in this industry, known as Tyler Carpenter. Okay? Had he had not done that, had he had just, not name-dropped Tyler, made fun of his appearance, made fun of his voice, mocked his art, questioned his morals and ideals, then we never would even known he would have existed, right? Because we're in the world of comic books, not manga, so I have no idea all the little feuds and infighting and drama that happens over in that space. We're completely unaware of it. We have enough of that on our own deck, let alone anyone else's, right? But Koffee Comics had crossed over. Koffee Comics had decided to, pick on someone that does a little bit of both, right? Tyler's a huge manga fan, but he's also a huge comic fan, and he makes comic books. And so that's why we got a little bit of the intermingling, if you will. Like, for yourself, Aladdin Sneaks Attack 7349, glad to see you, by the way. Dropping by the video and checking it out, right? Because now we've done this crossover. But I want to make one thing abundantly clear, to steal words from Brian Polito, right? The thing is that we talk about the news, yes. Do we cover some drama? Yes. I mean, it's YouTube, right? It's part of the game. However, this channel is not a Koffee Comics, or I should say it like this. This is not an anti-Koffee Comics channel, like where all we do is we're just going to talk smack about one person or one individual. If he fucks up again, if he, says some shit about Tyler or me, or for that matter, sort of anyone else I know, then we'll respond if we feel that it's necessary. But really, he's sort of insignificant in the overall grand scheme of things, right? He's in a different world than I am. He's in manga, I'm in comics, and I know some people want to say they're the same, but to me, there are differences, and the communities are different, the drama is different, the problems are different. And so he's not someone that, to quite honest, right? Be honest about this. He's not someone that's on my radar. I don't go to his videos. I don't listen to them. I don't really pay attention to him at all. It's only when someone drops something on my lap, it's like, hey, you know, this guy's been talking smack about you, and they give me like a link and a timestamp. They make it really easy for me to go check it out. Then I might go have a look. And if I feel it's warranted and worthy of my time, then maybe I drop a video. Maybe I say my piece, or maybe I'm like, yeah, you know what? This ain't worth it. You know, this is too small for my attention, right? Because what we're trying to do here is build a channel. And I'm not going to build a channel just around attacking Koffee Comics, you know. No, we like to do a variety of things on this channel. Yes, I do these short videos where I give you my insights and my personal experience in certain situations. We cover comic book news. We go live quite often where we interview creators, spotlight Kickstarters, and overall just have some fun. And every now and then, if it's really late at night and I'm really bored, you might catch me doing some live gaming. Of course, we promote our Kickstarters here as well. We got so much more on our plate that to focus it all on one man, to go on a crusade against one man, and that be the majority or the bulk of my videos just isn't how YouTube works, right? I'm sure you know you can. Well, no, I guess it is how YouTube works for some people. Some people can go after, you know, Van Skyver or Eric July or even Brie Larson or something like that for years, John, years. And maybe, you know, make a good channel out of that, you know, in terms of monetary and money-wise. But for us, we're more about sharing knowledge, giving assistance, giving tips and tricks on Kickstarter. And not just Kickstarter, but any sort of crowdfunding that's out there. And talk about the curation of comic books. Now, drama does, again, fall in our laps from time to time, and we'll deal with that if and when it happens. And it will happen. It happens in every community. There's always a Koffee Comics, by the way, in every community, right? Sometimes there's a bunch of Koffee Comics in the community. The thing is that everyone has an opinion, right? I have an opinion. You, the viewer, you have an opinion. Koffee Comics, he has an opinion. And we live in a world now, and trust me, I'm a child before the internet, so I know what it's like to talk smack and get punched in the gut for it. But now we live in a world where we can just do that, you know, behind a keyboard or on a phone, be like, you know, tens and thousands of miles apart and never have to worry about running into that other person, right? So that makes people feel emboldened. That makes people feel confident, you know, to talk smack. And so I think it's very dangerous to have platforms like this where someone can just say whatever they want as a knee-jerk reaction to something and then post it to the internet in 5 seconds or less. Not always the smartest plan. And believe me, I've fallen into that trap myself. Sometimes it's just better to keep your mouth shut. You know, the internet is not a safe, fair playing ground for anyone. And, you know, going through these videos, that should be very, very evident that, you know, you take shit, you give shit when it comes to the internet. Koffee Comics has taken a lot of shit. But he doesn't need any more shit from me unless if he actually deserves it, right? And considering that we're in two different worlds, unless, again, you drop it on my lap, I'm really not searching out for him. So I hope this clears this up. You know, if you are here just to hear about Koffee Comics drama, I'm sorry, that's not the forte of this channel. That's sort of like a one-off, you know? Hopefully I never have to discuss him again. You know what I mean? And so if that's your only reason here, then, you know, as much as I hate to tell people to unsubscribe, if you have subscribed for that one sole purpose and no other, then this channel isn't for you. We're not an anti-Koffee Comics channel, right? We are Nyobicomics channel, where we discuss Nyobi comics, we discuss Antarctic Press, we discuss up-and-coming Kickstarter creators, okay? Guys like Nandor Schaefer, who will be on my live stream tonight. Tonight being, of course, October 19th, the day this video drops. So come by and check that out. You know, where we go one-on-one with Nandor and get his takes on everything he's doing and, you know, his views of the comic book industry as it stands today. It's going to be a good talk. We will see you all then. Peace.